If you're in search of some clean yet stealthy taillights for the rear end of your 2020 or newer Gladiator, these Auraxium LED taillights with black housing and the smoked lens will be a great pick. Now, I would like to mention that this set will only be compatible with JTs that are equipped with the factory halogen taillights. Now, nonetheless, these will be a great addition to your build if you're a fan of a blacked out look and want some better lighting performance and a way more modernized look than your factory incandescent bulbs. I also really like the styling with these. It keeps the LEDs themselves pretty simple if you're not looking to go over the top when it comes to styling for the rear end of your JT. Getting into the construction, as you can see, these will have a super smoked lens with a durable polycarbonate material and will have an OEM style housing. I also like the fact that these will have dimensions to the lens with the border and the center section for the running light and the reverse light. This will also incorporate a subtle red LED light bar that borders the lights as a daytime running light, a cluster of bright red LEDs up at the top and down at the bottom in the center for your brake light, and then another cluster of bright white LEDs in the middle as your reverse light, which will drastically increase your visibility when backing up at night. Now, over on the side here, you're also going to have a red reflector up at the top and down at the bottom with a red LED, making you that much more noticeable while driving around on the street. Not to mention, these are completely plug and play and will come with all of the hardware that you need in order to install them, making them very straightforward. Getting into price, these will be pretty affordable for a set of taillights at roughly $250. And when comparing these to others in the category, I like that these take a simple approach while still offering a lot of styling. Now, other choices may be a bit more dynamic with a C-shaped running light or circular builds, or even a clear and a chrome look for more of a polished appearance. Now, I think if you're looking for a no-fuss design that will give you great lighting performance and a stealthy appearance, then this is the set to check out. Now, install will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about an hour to get the job done with some basic hand tools, but I wouldn't be surprised if you got it done sooner. Now, that's gonna wrap it up for my review, but one of our customers here has actually installed this on their JT and is gonna walk you through a detailed breakdown of the install, so let's hop into it.
Just a few simple hand tools are needed, including a Phillips head screwdriver, a ratchet, an 8mm socket, a 5.5mm socket, and then I also use some 3M adhesive mounting tape for the resistor brackets. These lights come with resistors already installed, and the hardware includes clips for mounting the resistor bracket up and inside the taillight housing. In this instance, I've opted to use 3M adhesive mounting tape instead of the provided clips.
Today we're going to install the Auraxium LED taillights on a 2022 Jeep Gladiator Mojave. They're about the same size as the factory halogens that came with it, but they've got a nice black tinted look. Should be plug and play. There's a little resistor that came with it, so we'll mount that inside of the taillight housing. But aside from that, let's go ahead and get into the install. So to start, we'll lower the tailgate to access two 8mm hex head screws. Go ahead and pop those out using your 8mm socket. All right, so once those are out, you can simply give the taillight a good pull and it should pop out of the taillight housing. All right, so once the tail light is pulled out of the housing, the last thing we'll do is disconnect the factory wiring harness. There's a red clip here that you'll pull down on, and then you'll press in on that black clip, and that should allow you to pull it away from the factory harness. Once that's out, we're ready to install the LED light. So we're gonna go ahead and attach the resistor to the resistor bracket using the hardware that was provided in the kit. The resistor is already wired up, so there's no wiring that we need to do. We just need to mount it to this bracket. So we'll line it up with the holes in there inside the bracket. We'll take two of the small Phillips head screws, push those through, and then we'll take the 5.5mm nylon locking nut, and we'll put that on the bottom there. Go ahead and get it started with your hands. And then we'll take our 5.5mm socket, put that on the bottom, our Phillips head screwdriver, we'll go ahead and tighten that down. We'll do the same thing for the other hole. ahead and put that second screw in there. Again with the 5.5mm hex nut on the bottom. Get it started with your hand, put your socket on there, get our screw on the top, and tighten that down. So at this point, we're ready to go ahead and install the LED taillight into the taillight housing. There's two steps to this. Number one, we'll go ahead and mount the resistor, and then number two, we'll plug the wiring harness into the factory harness up there. The resistor bracket comes with metal clips that you can use to actually attach it up inside here. I've opted to go with some 3M adhesive mounting tape. So I will pop that out and we'll just mount the resistor up inside of the housing. Nice, good press. And once your resistor bracket is mounted, we'll just plug in the wiring harness. You should hear a really faint click once that's attached. And once the wires are plugged up, you're ready to go ahead and push this thing into the housing. Just make sure your wires are inside of the housing here. Go ahead and line it up and push it in. You'll hear it click because there's actually clips on this side of the light. So it'll hold it into place while we put our hex head screws back inside the tailgate. So once the light is back into the housing, you can take your two hex head screws, go ahead and thread them right back into the mounts where they go. And this will actually secure the light back to the body of your Gladiator. I'm going to go ahead and tighten those down. Don't over tighten, you just want it to be nice and snug. Go. Once those screws are back in, you're all set. The install is complete, and you'll just actually repeat those same steps on the other side.
So that is going to wrap it up for my review and the install on the Raxium LED taillights with the black housing and the smoke lens, fitting all 2020 and newer Gladiator JTs with the factory halogen taillights. For more videos and products just like this, remember to always keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.